Hey guys, welcome back to another crafty video with Bright Little Sun. So today I thought I would do something different, well, a bit different than I would have normally been doing. I was thinking of making a whole section, a playlist probably, where I make stuff to use in everyday life. So starting with these celebration glasses that can fit on celebration glasses. So if you ever have a, quote, celebration glass, you'll know that you can put, like, markers down on here, on the actual glass, of course. So that's what, like, for, like, people to know that it's there. So this fits around the base of a normal celebration glass. So let's see what we need. First off, before I start, I would just like to say, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Also, please tell your friends about this channel because a lot of people are very crafty now with the whole quarantine thing going on, so this is a perfect way to get rid of boredom. To start off, you will need a standard hook. Today I am using a metal-tipped blue plastic hook from the Rainbow Loom web store. You will also need a C-clip or S-clip. I am using a C-clip. You will need one of those. You will need a standard loom, and you will also need as many color bands as you want. I will be teaching you how to create the base and the top being the same color, and the drink inside and the outside being the same color. So for this project, I will be using solid gold for the base and the top part. I will also be using solid white for the drink and the outside parts. All my supplies are from rainbowloom.com. So yeah, let's get started. To start off, take your first band, and we'll be using double bands for the whole bracelet, for the whole charm, or not bracelet, just the charm. So double bands are basically 2 bands. So you're going to start by going from this pin to this pin right here. So from the center pin down to the outside. And do the exact same thing on the other side. Just like that. Like I didn't say this, but start with arrows pointing away and a loom set up in the standard way. So, take your next double bands, go from this pin to this pin, and to basically make one more row. So here, double bands, here, and double bands here, then push down. Sorry if it's a little wobbly and loud, but okay. So we have just created the top part here. So now we're going to do this middle drink part, which is double bands of our drink color. So we're going to create another row of white double bands. Now we're going to need 4 more white bands for the actual celebration glass itself. And these 4 bands will be 2 here and 2 here, going like this, and going like this, just like that. So we have completed the top part, and now we're going to do the stem of the glass and the bottom. So, for the bottom, we will need about 4 rows of the color of our glass. Or not rows, sorry, just straight down. By the way, these are great gifts for a family member, or an adult family member, like your parents or grandparents, or adult siblings. Okay, so now we have created the stem, which is here. And now we're going to create the bottom part right here. So to do that, we're going to take double bands and go from this pin to this pin on the outside, from the inside to the outside, diagonally down. Oops, take 2 more bands, and go diagonally down again. So now we're going to do cap bands. A cap band is basically double looping it, but right now we're going to loop it 3 times. So 1, looping it over the pin 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you can use your hand to stabilize it. And now for the one on this side. 1, 2, 3. So, now check to make sure your loom looks something like this. And now we can flip it around. Also, I just realized that this on the loom, if you've ever seen Toy Story 4, this, when it's on the loom, it kind of looks a bit like Sporky. So, anyways, we are going to start looming. So, take your hook, and we're going to start in the bottom, and we're just going to work all the way up, starting with whatever side you'd like. I'm starting on the left. So what I'm going to do is pull back this cap band just for a little bit, and rest it on this peg. There might be a bit of tension here if you choose to do that. Okay, so then we're going to go in and grab the first top 2 bands, or both 2 bands, and loop them over. Sorry about that. Looping them over towards the center pins. Now we're going to go to the right. You can let go of the cap band. Go to the right, push back the cap band and grab the bottom bands. Loop it up and towards the center, like that. So now we have the 2 sides of our base loomed. Oh, sorry about that. So this part right here, and now we're going to start working up the stem. So going in, pushing back the bands, and grabbing the 2 bottom bands. Oops. And looping them up. There will be some tension here. Like you can see, my bands just came off the loom. That's perfectly fine because I already loomed. So now I'm just going to work up in a single chain up to the stem. So now I have gone up the stem, as you can see here, and now we're going to start working on the drink part. So going in here, grabbing the top 2 bands. They should go to the left if you place like I did. So place them back to where they came from, and then go in again. Oopsies. Grab the top 2 bands. Again, if you place like I did, they will go to the right. Let me just make sure I get those 2 like that, and then bottom 2 again. So I forgot about this, sorry guys, but we're going to place 1 more band, and it's going to be a horizontal band right here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, anyways, on that note, let's just keep looming. I feel like I always forget these. I made an egg one time. So on another note, here are these eggs I made. So you can see they're the exact same eggs, or so they look. So this was the final masterpiece egg, and this was my practice one. I forgot to place the horizontal bands, so don't judge me. We've all done it. Okay, anyways, back to looming. Going up. On the left-hand side, we're going to work all the way up like this. You might want to use high-quality bands just for the tension, but any bands will do. Just make sure they're not, like, really weird. All I'm trying to say is don't use this band with bubbles. That's not the type of band you want to use. So, yeah, that's great. Anyways, I keep getting distracted. That's great. Okay, so then we're going to go in and grab this band, and it'll just naturally go towards the center, but you can hop it along a bit. Just like that. Now we're going to go up the center, or I'm going to go up the right, sorry. just like that, and we're going to go back towards the center again. This might be the hardest part. Wait, no, it's not. It's one of the hardest parts, because there's going to be a lot of tension on this peg right here. Let me zoom in for you. I'm going to go in here, push back the horizontal band, and loop it up, and put it on. Just like that. So, now your loom should look something like this. And next step is to take one more band. It's going to be the charm band that is holding it on. So I'm using gold, the color of your celebration glass on the outside, not the liquid on the inside. Okay, so I'm just going to put my loom like this. So we're going to go through with our hook facing backwards and push all the bands out of the way until it comes out here. So you can kind of see it there. And we're going to put this band right on there, hold it and pull it through like that, and grab the other end. Alright, so right now I just placed the two bands that were on my hook, or one band that was on my hook, and I just placed it on this peg. So now, as you can see, there's two sections on this peg. We're going to take the bottom one and just loop it up in a slip knot. Just like that. Then you can just tug it a bit, being careful so the bands don't snap. Just like that. So when you place it on the hook, it doesn't become relying only on the peg to keep it in place. You can see it's kind of, there's some slack there. And now we can start taking it off. So I'm going to take the sides off, starting with the sides, using my hook to just loosen the slack there. And then just going through and taking it off on the bottom. I like to be careful with this process because this is the middle bands are where there's the most tension, and I've broken too many bands. Okay, then just take it, sorry about that. Just gonna take it off the last peg, like that. So that is our celebration glass. I think it's really cute. This one turned out pretty well. You can stretch it out a bit, because as you can see, like here and here, doesn't look too good. Just like that. So that's our celebration glass, and now we need to make the attachment to the celebration glass. So for this part, I recommend about 10 or 11 bands for the outside. I used 10 in this one. I haven't tried it on the glasses yet, because I just made this today. So I'm going to try 11 and just see if that turns out well. So what we're going to do is you can either use your mini rainbow loom or your hook. I'm going to use my hook just to make a simple single chain. So I'm going to start by putting my hook on this slip knot here and grabbing this band and just pushing the celebration glass slip knot on it and grabbing the other end. Like that. Then I'm just going to keep creating my simple single chain. Oops. just continuing that single chain. So let me give you a little bit closer look. So I'm taking a single band, stretching it out like that, and just sliding very carefully this band onto this band, and then grabbing the end right there. So this is pretty simple instructions. So if you are making the celebration glass, I'm just assuming you're a bit more advanced, or you just want to try something new. Okay, so here's my last band, and I'm just going to hold it on my hook for a bit, and in comes the C-clip. So for the C-clip, we're just going to clip it on to these two sides of the band, and we can take it off now, off the hook. Off the hook. Just sounds weird. So yeah, this is one side. We just gotta attach it, bring it around the other side, and just hook it on. You can either hook it on here or wherever. I like hooking it on here because it can be made longer or shorter, because it can slide. Yeah, you know. Okay, so yeah, this is the celebration glass. So yeah, I had so much fun making this with you guys. So please subscribe and like. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. So I'm gonna make a set later. So yeah, I think they're just super cute. They're just good for parties. So I had so much fun making this. Thank you guys. Tell your friends. Get more people to come on my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, bye for now, bright little sun.